Welcome, everyone, to episode number 112 of Talking Kentucky. My name is Coleman Scott. His name is Caden Holmes. Pete McGregor is present in the comments. Nice to see you, Pete. Thanks for hanging out here. Caden got his Talking Kentucky hat as a buzzer beater right before the show started. I'm not wearing a hat tonight. My closest one is my Talking Kentucky hat. But Caden, I feel like we can't twin and both have our Talking Kentucky hats on at the same time like we have in the past. It looks a little much. Looks like a little bit like we're tryhards.
Yeah, it's almost like whenever you're young and then you figure out when you're walking out the door that you and your brother put on the same shirt and you kind of just feel weird about it and someone's got to go in and change.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know because I'm an only child, so I wouldn't know what that feels like. But I could see that, how that could be weird. I think the only time that we've actually done that, Caden, is when Allie Stumler was on the show. We looked like such tryhards. We were like, yes, and now we're going to have All-American volleyball player Allie Stumler on the show. And we both have our matching hats on. So, yeah.
I think she liked it, though.
Strange.
We had a good time.
Pete says, couldn't hide this time. Pete the other night didn't make it into our post-game show, Florida show until the show was basically ending. But he did make it in. Caden, I was really tired for that show. I have to tell you, I drove 7 hours back from Georgia that day, then came home, got on the couch, watched, turned on my TV and watched us get absolutely destroyed by the Florida Gators. So that was not the best way to end the day. Didn't even
what time did you all have to start the show? Like 11, 12? It's a late game, right?
It was like 11:30, 12 o'clock, even Central Time. And I'm not even talking Eastern Time.
I was in bed by the time you all were starting that. So apologies that I didn't make it.
Well, good for you. We actually had a lot of listeners, because when we everybody wants to talk when we're bad. Everybody wants to talk when we're losing. So we had like 7 callers. It was crazy. I couldn't even figure out how to answer all the calls, Caden. We had 2-3 people calling at once, and I figured out how to put people on hold. So that was a nice advancement in our show. I thought that was really good. But everybody was calling in was just saying, well, my name's Jim, and I think we suck. And I'm like, yeah, Jim, yeah, we do suck. Back to you.
It would be interesting to see the difference in like the numbers versus when we win versus when we lose. Like I bet it's twice as much when we lose, just because everyone's mad.
It is. So it's kind of good for us, for our numbers, at least when we lose from that standpoint, which is, you can interpret that however you want to. But,
heck, imagine if we would have had a show the St. Peter's night.
That would have been record numbers. Now, we hadn't started our podcast yet, but that would have been record numbers. Madeline Hodges, one of our biggest fans in the comments here, she says, I'm an only child. So Madeline and I twinning as the only children here in the show. So that's great. We do have a lot of people on with us right now. It actually looks like we haven't even lost the game yet this week, Caden. So we got a lot of people in here. So if you're in here, go ahead and let us know you're here. Drop a comment down below. Share the video. That would also help. We'd really appreciate if you shared this. So that would be great. I've even got a little banner that tells everybody to share this. So that would be great. And yeah, let us know you're here. Make a comment below. That would be good.
Well, it's nice of them to give us all those features with the upcharge they're doing.
It is. Yeah. Do you like this? Yeah, we can do so many things now. Like we can make the screen black instead of white. That's definitely worth the upgrade there. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Get some Cody Peevler in here with the Go Cats.
Yeah. Go Cats. Cody in here.
He's definitely playing a high note in that profile picture of his.
Oh, he definitely is. Murray,
that's like his high C face. He's not even having a try.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
He's chilling out. Murray State alum, Cody, Caden, at what point do you think Cody is going to start saying that the Racers are going to beat Kentucky in football this year?
He's already started saying it. He started saying that about 3 months ago. Yeah.
So Cody, can we get a Kentucky versus Murray State. Wait, prediction here. I'd like to hear that live on the show. That would be great. Pete McGregor, everybody's talking about their siblings today. Pete says, I have 2 half sisters and only know one, and Life says I'm an only child. So, yeah, I understand how that goes, Pete. That's for sure. So sometimes that's the cards that life deals you. Cody says Racers are going to end Stoops' career. Yeah, well, that might already be
bold.
Done. That might already be done. But well, guys, we're not going to talk much football tonight. We're going to talk basketball because, Caden, are you excited? Basketball season starts tomorrow night. I'm pretty excited.
It was I got to pull up the schedule over here. Kentucky Wesleyan, right? Exhibition.
Yeah, Kentucky Wesleyan Cougs. No, it's the Thurs. It's the Panthers.
Thurs, yeah.
Did you know that's what they say? They say roll Thurs. That's what they say.
Yeah. I still don't really understand why. Like, I know the Panthers thing, but isn't it a little weird? Like, can't they think of something better?
They're trying.
They could say roll pans. I think that'd even sound better.
Roll pans. No, I wouldn't. I'm not for that. Pete McGregor says I seen Duke fans already bragging about their first win. Yeah, I'm sure they are. And we play them here in a few short weeks. But that reminds me to plug our sponsor, www.diddukewin.com. That for all your Duke needs, you can go to that website, especially when they lose, and find out did Duke win. That's www.diddukewin.com.
Only when they lose. I mean, if you see us post that means Duke lost. Like, you really don't even have to click it, but sometimes I like to click it just for the enjoyment.
Yes, that's the official website of Talkin Kentucky. So we're not going to talk any football tonight because we're going to be all positive. I mean, if you really want to drop a football comment in or a football call, then that's fine. We'll talk about it. But we're going to talk basketball, and we're going to talk a lot of silly stuff tonight, and a lot of non-sport related stuff tonight, including, I think Caden has a nice little story to kick off the show here. Caden actually needs our help, guys. He needs our input. You as an audience need to give Caden some life advice here, because he's in a situation he needs to figure out how to respond to. So, Caden, I'll give you the floor here. You take it away.
Yeah, so it's funny, even whenever we don't have any sports news, something's always happening, including today. I went to the park, and I come back to my car. I stop in my car and take a drink after every lap. Well, I come back to my car, and there's a little note on my windshield. And I look at it, and it has a phone number on it with a name, but we're not going to say any names on the show. And it is a girl's handwriting, at least I think it is, better than I can. Right. And then the number and the supposed name. So my question is this person real?
So drop in the comments if you think this person is in fact real. Let Caden know if you think that they're real. My thing is there a woman out there that is bold enough to leave her phone number on the car of a guy in Bowling Green? I don't know. Jeremy Kimball says Caden has a stalker.
Man, I can't let you see the note because it's got the name on it. I don't want to give away any identities here.
Cody says I can't say what I want to say on here. Yeah. So, Caden, I think so what's your next move? Are you gonna text the number? Are you gonna call the number?
No.
Are you gonna leave it? What do you think?
She wants Madeline, you want me to cover the name, but you want me to show this person's number to the whole world?
I mean,
I don't know about
what you could do is you well, yeah, I could say you could cover up the name and the number, but wouldn't that be covering up the entire note?
That's the entire note. There's no note.
Okay.
Well, it's not even a heart or anything. So, the other question is, did someone hit my car? Like, this may be not romantic at all, Coleman. Maybe and I looked at my car, and my car is fine. So,
Jeremy says, or actually, Pete says, she obviously likes you. And Jeremy says, did you look this person up on Facebook?
It's a first name, Jeremy.
No, Kate. I don't. The Caden is very good. I won't go into detail on this, but Caden is very good at finding people on social media with very limited information.
Dude,
I'll say
you make me sound like a stalker, Coleman.
You're not. Caden is not a stalker. He's just very good at this. He has helped me out on this front as well. I'll say. Pete McGregor says, "Is it Jenny 8675309?"
It is not Jenny.
Okay, it's not a Jenny. My mom says person is real, but she should have stuck around to introduce herself. Deceit, leave it, walk away. Ooh,
Deceit.
Deceit. That's bold words from my mom there.
Well,
Madeline
most of the
wants
time,
to
I feel
see
like a
the
girl
handwriting.
wouldn't even leave her number. So that's honestly a bold move right out of the gate. Now, I'd prefer the introduce herself, but, you know, can't have it all, Coleman.
No, well, yeah, tell me. Madeline says, in this day and age, I would never call a stranger. Yeah, it is a little weird this day and age. You know, it's like with all the social media things that we have and everything, it's like I get enough spam calls, Kate, and I don't want to just be giving out my number, calling. Drew Franklin gave us out his number that night. He didn't have a problem giving us his number, but he didn't leave a note in our car or anything. He actually came up to us and gave us his number. So that was a little better. Drew says, I'm currently watching Misery on the AMC channel, so this might be an omen. Cody says she's probably crazy. Pete
has a success story.
Yeah, I had this happen a couple years
success.
ago. It went out with her a couple times. Is that a success? It's going out with her.
Well, at least she was real.
And they went out. So that's good. So Pete, I'm curious, what did you do? Did you call the number or text the number, or how did this play out? That's what. Were you in a park when this happened? Were you at a Waffle House? Like that. I feel like location matters with this too.
And we also need to know how it ended. Like, why did it end?
Yeah, how it started, how it ended. Yeah, that would be very important. So, as the show goes on, if you have any advice or stories that you'd like to share with Caden, that would be great. We would definitely appreciate those. Madeline says, "Were you at Meyer?"
No, I was at the park, Madeline.
Am I wrong, or doesn't Madeline like hate Meyer? Wasn't she over here?
Someone did. Crapping? Was it her?
I think it was.
I think Madeline. It was her.
Because
Jeremy's asking me for my exact location.
Which park were you at in Bowling Green? Oh man, this is very specific. I feel like Jeremy has
Jeremy's about to figure this out for us.
He is. He's on the hunt. He's on the mission here. Jeremy's going to go detective here.
Yeah, he's going to get the security footage.
Madeline says Messy Meyer. Well, you don't want to be meeting your women at Messy Meyer, Caden. You don't want to do that.
I'd rather meet them at Meyer than Walmart.
I would too. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good discussion to have. Which grocery stores would you most and least want to meet your significant others at?
What was the quality of the paper?
Yeah, that matters. Was it a sticky note? Was it toilet? It could have been like toilet paper or a napkin, which would have been a little bit more sketchy.
I'm not showing the name or the number.
Okay.
Let me make sure I can't read through this. But this is the piece of paper.
Okay. So it's like plain notebook paper.
Yeah, it's not like a full size. It's like half size notebook.
And it's still got like the ruffles on there from when she tore it out.
She was prepared. She had this she had a notepad in her car. Do you carry a notepad in your car?
I mean, I have a few notepads in my car. Yeah, I actually do. So you never know when you're going to need a notepad, Caden. I don't necessarily think I'm going to leave my number.
Jeremy's on to something.
Did you see a bunch of airplanes sitting around at this park?
He's kind of scaring me right now. Jeremy, if I said yes, what would your answer be? It's hypothetical.
Yeah, Caden, you could be on the news tomorrow. Madeline says she's a student. She's too young. How do you know she's a student? Just because she has a notebook in her car doesn't necessarily mean that she's a student, right? I'm not a student anymore, and I have notebooks in my car. Theo says it's a college town, could explain the notebook paper. Yeah, that's very true. You know, Western Kentucky University is in Bowling Green, so this could explain the paper being there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, if she could, if she's in high school, you definitely don't want to call her.
No.
Okay, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. So, yeah, yeah,
some red flags here.
It's definitely some red flags. Yeah, red alerts. Yeah. So, is that the consensus?
I'm trying to figure out. Pete's has piqued my interest here.
What's he saying here? Obviously, that was
Jeremy. It's the Jeremy. Okay. Whoever said something about the airplanes? Who was that?
Yeah, that was Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy. Said, did you see a bunch of airplanes?
Why was that? Like, Jeremy, why did you just think about airplanes? That's my question.
That's a good question. Are there people flying in, leaving random notes on people's cars? That's another point. So, but I'm kind of getting.
There's a specific park that's right beside an airport. That's why I'm wondering if he's thinking about that specific place. So,
well, are we getting the consensus from Big Blue Nation that you should maybe sit this one out, Caden? I think that's the vibe I'm getting. BBN is telling Caden to move on, saying ditch her. Or
that might be fair.
Well, yeah, we'll ahead and go with that for now. But let us know if you have any more advice for Caden there. Caden, Halloween is right around the corner, so we did a candy bracket with Corey Price this time last year. We're not going to do a candy bracket this year, to my knowledge, unless we do one next week. But I do have the top 10 most popular and least popular Halloween candies in the United States for 2024. I want to see if between Caden and the rest of our audience here, if we can guess some of these. So let's start with the most popular Halloween candies in the U.S. Caden, do you think you could guess some of these here?
Reese's Cups.
Reese's Cups is number 2. You got it. Yes.
Candy corn.
Candy corn's number 7. Are you a candy corn fan? I don't necessarily know. I think I like it less every year.
I mean, I wouldn't buy it, but I'd eat it.
I have a conspiracy theory that they just recycle the same candy corn every year. They just dump it in. They get it out of the dumpster where people turn it away.
Because it's always stale. Because it always tastes stale. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they probably do. Okay. So, yeah, candy corn's number 7. So you're 2 for 2.
Madeline's killing it.
Madeline's killing it down here. She's got 3. Madeline says Kit Kat. Kit Kat's actually not in the top 10, surprisingly. So she missed on that one, but she did get one here. M&M's are number 1 on this list, so she nailed that. Almond Joy, no, that's not one. Mike Dowd says Hershey Bar. He got that one. Yes, Hershey Bar is number 9 on this list. So we got that. We got Snickers. Madeline says Snickers is actually not in the top 10. No, we don't have Snickers on here. Skittles. AFO says Skittles is number 4. So you nailed it there. Skittles is up there. We got a few more on here, so I'm curious if anybody else.
What about Hershey's Kisses?
You got it. Hershey Kisses right next to Hershey Mini Bars at number 8. So Hershey Kisses did make the list here. Jeremy says Twix. Twix is not in the top 10. That surprises me. I feel like Twix is a fan favorite, but not on this one. No. Got any other guesses, Caden? I think we've got 4 more on here.
Did anyone say Milky Way?
I don't think anybody said Milky Way, but that's not on here. No. We'll give a couple more guesses here, then I'll give the whole list here. Mike Dowd says Rolos. No. Don't.
What about those Milk Dud things?
You mean Milk Duds? Yeah, Milk Duds are not on the list. No. Jeremy with Sour Patch Kids coming in clutch. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids is at number 3. So Jeremy killed it there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read the list here. So we got M&M. Again, this is the most popular Halloween candies in the U.S. This year. We got M&M's, Reese's Cups, Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, Starburst. That's one people didn't get. Here's one that surprised me. I would not have guessed this one. Hot Tamales at number 6. I feel like Hot
I would
Tamales
never
get
guess that.
old pretty quick, right? Like at
Yeah, I
some
don't care
point,
for them.
you don't want
It's
to
gotta
just
have
eat
chocolate in it.
cinnamon. Yeah, exactly. Candy corn number 7, as we already established. We got the Hershey pears at number 8 and number 9, and then here's at number 10 candy bar that nobody has guessed yet. We have Butterfinger.
Butterfinger, yeah.
What's
I don't
in
know
a
how I didn't guess
Butterfinger?
that.
Do we know?
It's like
I haven't had one.
it's got peanut butter in it, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
why I haven't
wafer and peanut butter. I don't know. It's probably exactly why I wouldn't recommend you eating that.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate or something like that. I don't know. Maybe some nuts thrown in there. Yeah, it's probably not the best thing. Pete McGregor's not a Butterfinger fan, so
I feel like when I eat that, my teeth are literally going to rot.
I know some things like I don't know what do you remember those suckers, like the sugar daddies that are like they're pretty much just caramel that you eat. So there's those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate that. It's like too much sugar.
It's too much after a while, but then you also have Caden, are you a fan of either caramel or candy apples?
They're okay. Not really.
Well, I like them in a nutshell. But what I don't like about caramel apples is that I feel like my teeth are going to be ripped out of my mouth every time I eat one. I feel like my teeth get stuck. It's pretty much like eating concrete, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So, okay, now we got to turn to the worst, the least popular Halloween candies.
I feel like I already said all the ones I know.
Oh, there's some bad ones out there. So you
I hate Twizzlers. I don't understand like the point of Twizzlers.
I want to shout out Jeremy here for just a second. He's saying sugar daddies are a great way to pull a loose tooth. Yes, that's absolutely true. Jeremy Kimball is saying that candy corn's number 1 for least popular. No, actually, candy corn was number 7 and the most popular. Even though I'm not a fan of candy corn, I feel like a lot of people aren't. It's not in the worst list. Caden, you said Twizzlers. Twizzlers is not on the list. I'm not.
I'd rather eat cardboard.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of Twizzlers. AFO says licorice, which he's exactly right if he's talking about black licorice, which is number 7 on this list. Caden, do you know anybody that actually likes licorice?
I'm laughing at Jeremy. No, I don't. Including myself.
If somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, my favorite candy is black licorice," I would probably call the police. I don't think that is a
like if someone left their number on your car, would you do that too?
Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe that's the number you should call 911. Yeah. Yeah, we got some more people saying candy corn is worse in here. College Sportscast is licorice. Circus peanuts. Cody Peevler nailed it. Circus peanuts is currently ranked as the worst candy in the United States. So Cody nailed it with that one. Madeline gets very specific here. Those peach-colored marshmallow peanut-shaped things. I guess that circus peanuts is probably what she's describing there. Yeah. More. Well, Jeremy, is this what you're laughing at? He says Tootsie Rolls suck.
Yeah.
I like Tootsie Rolls.
They're not bad.
Tootsie Rolls, especially
speaking of loose teeth. If you eat some Tootsie Rolls with loose tooth, you're done for.
Oh, you're done. Yeah, there's no question about it. He also says jelly beans suck too. So yeah,
that's
we
fair.
got those. Madeline says Red Hots. Red Hots are not on the list actually, and I actually like Red Hots. I'm going to take Red Hots over. I'll take Red Hots over hot tamales. I think those are a
I
better
agree.
candy. Got some crunch in there
Pete
and everything, and that's good.
Pete mentioned Starburst. Is that not on either list?
Starburst, I thought was on the first list, right?
Oh, was it? Maybe I just missed it.
Yeah, Starburst was number 5 on the most popular list.
Yes. I was about to say they got gypped if it wasn't.
Yeah, that was the most popular.
What's the best Starburst? I think the pink one. Right?
Yeah, pink's pretty good. I tend to like yellow. I tend to like lemon.
Yellow's good.
Starburst.
Red isn't bad either.
Red's never bad, but pink's pretty good. I think, what is it, strawberry or raspberry? I think it's strawberry.
I don't know. I just know what it tastes like. I can't even hardly describe it.
Oh, wait, candy corn is on this list. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Candy corn this is a rigged list, man. It's number 7 on the most popular, and it's number 3 on the least popular. So I don't know how that. I mean, the math is.
Dude, you're at some sketchy ranking website.
Yeah,
I got ads popping up all over there.
This is the Ken Palm rankings for Halloween candy. Yeah, So Pete says I like Starburst and Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, I'm surprised Jolly Ranchers are on this list. I really like Jolly Ranchers. And definitively the best flavor of Jolly Ranchers are blue raspberry. It's not even quite, well, watermelon's close too, but blue raspberry's pretty close up there. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
Mike Dow just says suckers.
What about Warheads? You ever had one of those, Coleman?
I have not had a warhead. Well, have I had a warhead? Are those like the jawbreaker things? Or are they the sour?
Insanely sour, yeah.
Okay, it's like a hard candy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I've had that before. Yeah, I've definitely had that before. Jeremy says, is Mark Stoops on this list? No,
goodness.
He is not. But yeah, so we were going to talk any football. No, just kidding. My mom says peanut butter, taffy, and orange and black wrappers used to be popular. Yeah, no, that's not. I'll go ahead and read the least popular candies here. So Cody Peebler nailed it with Circus Peanuts at number 1. Peanut Butter Kisses for number 2. I don't really know. I guess, Caden, are those Hershey's Kisses with peanut butter? Maybe that's what that is.
Sounds right to me.
Candy corn at number 3 somehow. I don't know how that is. Nico wafers at number 4. Mary Jane's at number 5. Not sure what that is. 6, the wax Coke bottles. Have you ever seen those like at Cracker Barrel? The things you like bite off the top of the.
Oh yeah,
the top of the thing and you drink the inside. Yeah, how was wax candy? It's wax. What are you gonna do with that? But you got black licorice, as we already established, is on here. Smarties at number 8. Actually, I think somebody said, I think my mom may have said that in here. Yeah, so Smarties is at number 8. Bit-O Honey is number 9. I've heard a lot of people, not be fans of Bit-O Honey for sure. And then finally, we got Good and Plenty at number 10. What are Good and Plenties? Have you? I feel like I've seen.
I don't even know what Bit-O Honey is. I don't know what either one of those last ones are.
Could somebody in the comments, please? We're relying a lot on our audience for advice tonight. So, my mom says Nico's are the worst. Are those Nico wafer like those candy wafers? Is that what that is? I think that's what that is. But licorice, yeah, my mom already said that. But good, okay. Afio says Good and Plenty are like Mike and Ike's. Okay, well, I can get behind that. I like some Mike and Ike's are one of my favorite candies. So I like.
Oh yeah, those. I remember that from our bracket.
Pete says Bit-O Honey is like hard taffy. Yeah, I don't like Now and Laters either really that much. They're okay, but it's kind of I don't know. But what's your favorite candy, Caden?
Reese's, always.
Well, that can't be mine. I think maybe
There's nothing like chocolate and peanut butter. Like it's a match made in heaven.
Well, it is match made. I've done the Trader Joe's has the sunflower dark chocolate and sunflower butter. I think those are good. I've had some of those. So it's as close as I can get to the same thing as that. Yeah, my favorite candy depends on the day, but I'm more of a sour kind of guy. So I like either Sour Patch Kids might be my favorite, or I like sour Skittles. That might be number one for me. The Skittles that come in the green package, the sour. Yeah, I really like sour candy. That's my thing.
Yeah, I don't mind Skittles or anything like that, but if I'm gonna go to the gas station and buy a candy, it's probably gonna be something with chocolate. Either like a Snickers or a Reese's.
Mike Dowd says he likes Reese's Pieces. Are those? Are you a fan of those? I know not all people that like Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, I like them. I'll eat them.
You know who has the best selection of candy? It is Cracker Barrel. You go there, they've got some good. They got some good stuff there.
Yeah, and it's like brands you never heard of, but it's good.
And it's like, retro. It's like the old school, like good stuff. That's what you need. You don't need these brand new, like you don't need these gummy Skittles. Like we don't need Skittles to be gummy. We need Skittles to be Skittles. That's what we need. We need Skittles to be Skittles, and we need Kentucky basketball to be Kentucky basketball this year once again, because Kentucky opens the season with their first exhibition game against Kentucky Wesleyan in Rupp Arena tomorrow. Caden, it feels like the fan base has not been this excited for basketball and some time. I'm really excited for it. Mark Pope has done all the right things up until this point. And we've said nobody could have done better up until this point until Mark Pope. Other than Mark Pope, right? So now he's just got to go win, right? That's all we need to see now. He's got to go do the thing. He's got to go actually put his money where his mouth is. Caden, are you excited for the start of the season?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think he's done all the right things. The only thing people have complained about so far is the fact that blue-white game was not televised. And did Cody say that KSR actually recorded it and posted it somewhere? Yeah, I was never able to check it out, but
I think it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I think
did you watch any of it?
I haven't yet. I might actually do that after this because I kind of want to see him play. But I think Jack Pilgrim posted the link. I know it's on YouTube. All I heard is that. Well, I heard two things. I heard Colin
Jackson
Chandler,
Robinson.
Well, I heard Jackson Robinson play well, but I heard Colin Chandler played a great game.
He's going to dunk on people, I think is what I heard.
Which I didn't necessarily, even hear that he would get much playing time before that. But now it's like, oh man, this guy could be a really great player for us. And then I just heard that we passed the ball like crazy. I heard we actually have an offense, Caden, which is a nice change to the nice offense Cal comment that we got in Rupp when we were there. So I'm excited for a change. That's what I'm excited to watch basketball that looks good. Like I'm excited to win too, but I'm excited to watch basketball that's entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I am too, and it's crazy that I'm just looking at the schedule. We got the Kentucky Wesleyan, then we have Mankato, Wright State, Bucknell, and then Duke. And Duke is what, November 12th? What is that? 3 weeks away? 2 to 3 weeks away? So
I think so.
It's happening fast.
It's happening. It's it's here. And did you see? By the way, did you see Louisville's exhibition game last night? Not
should I have?
But did you see the crowd?
Was there one?
Oh, dude, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I'm gonna send you a picture of this crowd right now. Wish I could. I don't have it queued up to pull up on the screen, but if you guys, if you guys can, just Google Louisville crowd to open the season. I just sent you the picture, Caden. This is 6 minutes in to the first half, and that's their crowd. That's pretty. How many people you think are in that picture? Maybe 50?
In the picture, maybe 100 maybe 100 if you count the upper arena.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. I mean,
scarce.
You would think the opening of the Pat Kelsey era, that you would want to have some more guys there. But
it almost looks like they're playing Kentucky Wesleyan over their purple jerseys.
Let's see. So Mike says, do we have 10 guys play 10 minutes a game, or 8 players play 25 to 30 minutes a game? I would lean more on the side of 10 guys playing 10 minutes a game with this team, Caden, at least to start the season. I mean, Cal is the guy that's going to roll with his 7 or 8 players. I think Pope, especially at first, is going to be different. What do you think, Caden?
I would definitely go towards the 10 because is Travis Perry, you think, going to be coming off the bench? Travis Perry and Trent Noah?
I would think so. Yeah.
So that's your 6th and 7th man, and then there are also a couple others that I know will get playing time. So I'd say at least 10 to start the season, and he might shorten it to 9 or 10 by conference play. If I had to guess.
I don't know as much about Trent Noah, but I don't see how you keep Travis Perry on the bench if he shoots like everybody says that he shoots. I mean, I don't know how you don't play him, right? So I think you got to play him. Shifting to some football here. Jeremy says, as much as I'm looking forward to watching basketball, I'm also really curious about what the crowd will look like for that Auburn game. That speaks volumes if Stoops has lost the fan base. Yeah, Caden, I mean, you lose to Vandy at home. You get blown out by Florida. I read a stat today that Auburn has never lost in Lexington. You couple that with the fact that we have not played well against in-conference teams at home lately. It doesn't look good for a good crowd on Saturday. And I don't think you can really blame the fan base. So.
I completely agree. I mean, what do you think our record, like after this after this Florida game, like what do you envision our record being closing out the season at this point? Like, do we make a bowl game?
I think your best case scenario is 6-6. So it's hard for me to see that at this point. I mean, you would like to think that we beat Auburn because Auburn's not very good at this year, and we're at home. We're going to beat Murray, even though Cody says we're not. And I think we'll beat Louisville just because I just think we always beat Louisville. It's kind of like us in Tennessee. Like, no matter what, Tennessee beats us. No matter what, we beat Louisville.
So what we're saying is it hinges on this game.
It hinges on this game. If you win Saturday, you'll make a bowl. If you lose Saturday, I don't think you do. Yeah, I really am feeling that. And it sucks.
So Stoops done if we lose. Do you think he'll go elsewhere?
No. Well, I don't think. I mean, I think if we go 6-6, he might leave. But I think if we go like 4-8, then he won't want to leave it like that. So I think a lot of it just hinges on this game. I think if we make a bowl and go play in a bowl game, he might tip his cap and say, it's been a good ride. But I don't think he will want to leave on such a low point as 4-8 or 5-7 if it were to get to that point. So
makes sense.
I said we weren't good at football, but we got some questions in the comments here. Do you think it's poor coaching or lack of talent? It's definitely not lack of talent, Madeline, because this is literally the most talented Kentucky football roster that we have ever had this year. So I think it's just it's poor execution by the players for one, but ultimately that falls on the coaches. At the end of the day. So yeah, to answer your question, I think it's poor coaching. Mike and Pete seem to agree in the comments there. And Mike, yeah, like I think he would leave on his own. Stoops is much less stubborn than Calipari, and even Calipari left on his own accord. He didn't want to keep doing this. David Holmes says Stoops can go join Cal. Yeah, maybe so. But yeah, that's the other thing. Speak of Cal, Stoops' buyout is more. It's even more than Calipari's. It's over $40 million. I think it's 44 to be exact. So, I mean, you're asking Stoops to give up over $44 million. That's
how many more years?
That's a good question. I don't know for sure. I think I'll say it's like 5 more years or something like that. I don't know for sure off the top of my head, but it's not a short duration of time. Oh, Jeremy says 8. Yeah, no, 8 more years.
Yeah, because he just renewed the contract, right? If I remember correctly.
That's right. Yeah, no, I remember that. But hey, guys, we do want to take your calls. We do want to get your thoughts on the basketball season starting tomorrow. We want to get your thoughts on the current state of Kentucky football, and maybe even Halloween candy. So let us know. Give us a shout. 502-234-1504. We'd love to hear from you guys, if possible. Don't have some of our regular callers here tonight, at least in the chat.
Clyde or Josh.
Josh and Clyde so far. So I don't know if we'll get any calls right now or not, but open up the phone lines nonetheless. 502-234-1504. Give us a shout if you so desire. Caden, I'm excited to go up to I start at Mississippi State this week. So if you haven't seen, I will be teaching at Mississippi State for the rest of this year, teaching trumpet there. So I'm excited about that. And I was talking to Corey Price the other day, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, yeah, go Bulldogs." I was like, "Yeah, go Bulldogs." I said I have to go buy a cowbell, and he goes, "Yeah, I wouldn't go that far."
they were playing. I was eating the other day with my family, and they were playing on TV, and it looked like they were having a pretty rough season as well. Am I right?
They're
like
having
1-5.
Time. Yeah, they're like 1-5. Yeah, but the thing is, I do think they're much better than the record. I mean, they have played really, really well in every single game. So you got to think they'll get that win at that signature win at some point. So we'll see. Maybe the mystery girl in the park will call in. Jeremy says, "Yeah, maybe so. You never know."
So are we saying, like, what percentage would we give this that this is legit? Are we thinking like 10%, or is that like the over under?
Well, first I need you to define legit. What does legit mean? That's what I need you to define.
Okay, number 1, is this a girl? That would make it legit.
I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna Caden.
Even with the girly handwriting. You think someone just made that up?
I've seen it happen before. I'll put it that way. So they have to be a girl. Okay, what else? Let's assume it's true. Let's assume it's a girl. What other criteria do you have to have?
Note went with a crayon or lipstick. No, it was not crayon or lipstick.
Yeah, what utensil was this? Was this a pen, a pencil, highlighter?
Let me look. I think it was a pen.
Ink pen.
Yeah, it was a ink pen. Yeah,
maybe like a feather, like a dip pen.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It almost makes me want to look at my car again and see if someone hit it. But you think they'd like leave their email or last name or something? That was the case.
That would be really funny if like she just like hit your car, and then you called her and you're like, "Oh well, I'm not really looking for anything right now," and she's like, "Oh no, I hit your car." Like, oh, okay, well, all right, well, thank you. that'd be an interesting, thing. Yeah, I'm not
So
really
the
looking for a
criteria
relationship.
to make that would happen. The criteria to make it legit, she's got to be a woman and got to be in her 20s for sure.
Yep.
Not psychotic. That would be another one.
Yeah, you're getting lower and lower chances here. Yeah.
So let's just look at those three. What's the percentage you give me?
I'm gonna give you 6. Gonna give you
6%.
Yeah,
Man,
percent.
you are not optimistic.
Nope. I said. I'll put it this. I think Kentucky football has a better chance of upsetting Tennessee and Texas, both than this being legit. I'll put that.
That's saying something, Coleman.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, for sure. Did you hear about the Mark Pope running out of gas scenario in Lexington this morning?
Thanks to Cody Peevler, yes, I did.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear, there was a traffic jam in Lexington this morning. Somebody was driving by and saw Mark Pope had run out of gas on Broadway and was on the side of the road. Caden,
people weren't even stopping.
People weren't even stopping. Which I want to get back to that point in just a second. I want to put this comment up for a second. AFO is he says the first time watching y'all live. We appreciate that. Thanks for checking us out. I love the laid back feeling. Yeah, well, that's what we try to do, Caden. We try to be laid back here on Talkin Kentucky. We're not stressed out. We're just here having a good time. He says Stoops off-field comments or Stoops on-field performances, which has hurt him more in your all's opinions? Caden's clearly laughing at something in the comments. I'll answer this question really quick. I think that honestly, the pony up comment was the turning point. It really was. I mean, and you could say what you want about that, but I don't think the on-field performances or the fan base has been the same since he made those comments. So to answer your question, I think that's what's hurt him more. And I think that's when everything started to change. What do you think, Caden?
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, my answer to that would be yes. I think it's both. You can't say those things and then lose to Vandy. So like the pony up comments and all that. So I would say both. But I'm laughing over here at Jeremy telling me to call this number.
If you want this podcast to go viral, call her live right now. Yes, yeah, that would go viral. Yes, we're waiting on that viral viral jump. Pete says when you factor in psychology, odds got lower. Yeah, that was my thoughts, train of thought there, Pete, for sure. There, but Pete says he could pony up and take less. Yeah, that's very, very true. Yeah, let's go back to the Mark Pope thing, Caden. If you saw Mark Pope out of gas, like on the side of the road, what would you do? I mean, I don't know that I would really think that he's out of gas, because what are the odds that Mark Pope
that's
is
why.
out of gas?
Yeah, you think he's just doing like a public thing, just like waving at people or signing autographs or whatever it is. But where was this at again?
I think it was on Broadway, from what I understand.
Okay. Well, it's better than like if it was on New Circle Road.
Yeah, New Circle Road or Winchester Road.
You actually would be out of, like, you could tell you'd be out of gas.
Yeah,
so
that would be not good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that. I mean, people are saying, can you believe nobody pulled over? But I mean, can you imagine pulling over to the side of the road to Mark Pope and being like, "Hey, man, let me help you out here. Where do you work? Kind of thing." It's like, "Oh, I coach at the University of Kentucky men's basketball team."
Coleman, they're still hung up on this number.
Yeah, call her and let us question her search number in white pages. Pete says I'd even stop to say hi. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pete's probably not talking about the woman there. He's probably talking about Mark Pope. Yeah.
Quote unquote woman.
That's what the woman did not do that. The woman did not stop to say hi to Caden.
No.
She just left her number.
No. She probably also didn't figure this would be a topic on the number 23 podcast in the country, Coleman.
Pete McGregor says, did no one not recognize them? I'm sure people recognize them, but they probably thought Caden, what?
Oh, you're back on Pope. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Did nobody recognize Caden Holmes from Talkin, Kentucky? But no, did no one recognize him? I'm sure people recognize him, but thought, oh, it's Mark Pope just doing Mark Pope things. The first thought.
Yeah, you just expect him to be out there being nice, waving at people.
The first thing in their mind couldn't have been, Mark Pope's out of gas on the side of the road. Yeah, that's true. Big C. Jeremy says Mark Pope's car runs out of gas and Big C gets a suspicious note on his car. Caden, is that your new nickname? Do you have to change your name to Big C now?
Big C. It's like Big Z except Big C. Yeah.
Big C.
Josh says Mr. Google though, so it'll be up to him.
Yeah. Madeline says talking episode number 12 could be Talking Note. We could do that.
No, she says the note. That's suspense. That's suspenseful.
The note. It's not like the Notebook, except the note. Yeah. That could be good. Well, what do you hope to see really out of both of these first two exhibition games, but especially tomorrow? Like, what are you looking for in Kentucky's performance? Kim looks like he's reading something.
Got a response.
Okay. Well,
it might be right.
You got a response.
Sorry, what was the question?
Wait, did you get a response from the number?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now everybody's going to be
I don't know. I don't know how many details I should.
She's going to be like, I recognized you from your podcast, and I was too nervous to come up and talk to you. I just wanted an autograph.
No, I think it's legit. There's a lot of people at the park, I just don't. What was your question, Coleman?
I was asking what you wanted to see in the game against Kentucky Wesleyan tomorrow. That was my question.
I want to see a lot of passing plays. I want to see how many shooters we actually have on this team in game. Obviously, we have a lot when they're at Big Blue Madness doing the 3-point shootout. I want to see how much transition, how much that translates to actual gameplay. I want to see the speed of our team. I want to see how athletic we are compared to Cal's team, because I'm not going to lie, that was somewhat of a concern, like watching Big Blue Madness. I know Chandler can dunk on anyone, but I also want to see our defense with Amari Williams and Otega Owe. Is that a good answer?
That's a great answer. That's very specific. Madeline says, I want to see how we shoot. I do as well. Mike Dowd says, I want to see us shoot 33s and 15 to 17 makes. Yeah, I want to see us shoot at least 33s. Caden, do you know how many threes Louisville shot last night?
I'm gonna go with
I'm actually praising Louisville here.
I thought you had. Do you have the number?
Yeah, I have the number. 54.
Okay, how many did they make?
I don't know, but I know that they shot 54. So
it's a lot of threes.
I know. We got to put. I just want to see us shoot a lot of threes, and I think we will.
Is this her?
Because he just. We'll go ahead and answer this. Hey, you're on with Talking Kentucky. Who's this?
It's Mr. Late Clot Hair.
Oh, it's all good, man. We're gonna try. We're probably gonna do Tuesdays for the time being from now on. So just for your viewing pleasure information, we'll be on Tuesdays. So glad you're here.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know you got. I wasn't even on Facebook. I was well, not to bring into politics, but I just got done watching. I just got done watching Trump's rally on Instagram, so that's what I was watching for like the past hour and a half.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
You're
Well,
excused.
yeah, you're excused. Yeah, it's an excused absence. You're doing your civic duty there. But
Yeah.
what's up, Clyde? Are you excited for the start of Kentucky basketball tomorrow?
I am so thrilled. I mean, I'm just very I'm so sick of this talking season. I mean, I think it's just been enough talking and like, it's just like, I know Pope himself is obviously, tired of the talking season. He wants to go because the way he embraces this place, the way he, you know, wants to get the season rolling and with these exhibition games, it's it's a learning. It's all for learning with the team.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait. I know it's been a lot of hype. Um, Mark Pope's done a great job hyping up the fan base and reconnecting with the fan base, but now the proof's in the pudding, right? So I'm excited to see us play, even if it is Kentucky Wesleyan. I'm excited to see us.
Yeah, I know Ryan Lemon's going to be at the game because
Oh heck
he
yeah!
has ties to Kentucky Wesleyan, and obviously I remember him talking about Kentucky Wesleyan last season when what was it? They played Louisville in an exhibition game or whatever it was, and they actually beat Louisville. And
Yeah,
I
they
remember
beat
the next
Louisville.
day,
That's right.
yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true. They did beat Louisville.
and that's when I found out that Ryan Lemon actually liked Kentucky Wesleyan, and like, I remember Matt Jones and Drew and all them laughing about it, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, I think Louisville might be better this year. I mean, they're
Mhm.
not going to be as great, but I think that new coach of theirs. I mean, he's
Well,
kind of
it doesn't take much when you win 4 games a year. It doesn't take much to be better for sure.
I mean, Kenny only won 12 games while he was there.
Yeah,
So like,
that's crazy.
it's not like they had really anything going for him. And now Kenny winds up back at Arkansas not back at Arkansas, with Arkansas with Cal.
Yeah.
And but we knew, but for some reason, I think the whole fan base knew it when Kenny got fired. I think the whole fan base knew that he was going to go with Cal wherever Cal was, because Cal was eager to get him back on his coaching staff, regardless of where he was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, man, thanks for calling in. We'll definitely be watching the game tomorrow night, and hopefully we can get back on track with football this weekend, and that would be great. I know it's hard, but we're in basketball mode now. We're gonna stay positive.
Well,
So
we are.
well, thanks, man.
Before I go, did you all hear about I don't know if you've all talked about this at all. About the Wesley Woodyard, about the Kentucky. I don't know if you've heard about that.
We haven't talked about it, but I did see that he posted that on Twitter. I don't think it'll happen, obviously, because I don't think he's ever been a coach, or at least ever been a head coach at this level.
Wait, I'm Katie's mystery girl. I'm looking at the comments. I guess I'm Katie's secret Valentine this February.
Oh yeah, dude, you've got to go back and listen, because
there's a story behind this.
Yeah, there's a story. Yeah, it's been a good episode. You definitely got to check it out. But yeah,
yes, sir.
But
yes, sir. All right, well.
But Wesley Woodyard, man. I mean, I'll say this, man. He's one of my favorite UK players of all time. I actually met him in Fayette Mall when I was when I was little. Yeah, I thought he was Patrick Patterson at first, and I went up to him and asked. I said, "Are you Patrick Patterson?" And he said, "No, I'm Wesley Woodyard."
well, there you go.
But
he's the best. He's one of the most hard hitting linebackers that I can't even remember. I mean, of course, back when he was playing, you could hit harder compared to where Josh Allen was playing. He had to be a little bit easier. But Wesley Woodyard, he was a hard hitter. and he made a heck of a living in the NFL. One of the best linebackers to come from Kentucky to the NFL, and he's just an all-time legend. He's definitely, of course, a favorite of mine, and I would be totally fine if him and DeAndre Square was on this coaching staff. I would love it. I know many other people wouldn't necessarily agree with it because he's never coached, but the guy knows the game of football. Like, you got to give him a chance.
Well, and yeah, I know, to play devil's advocate, he loves the program, kind of like Mark Pope, right? I mean, he's a alum of the program, and the passion is there for sure. But we'll let you go, man. But
what if Stoops ended up at Arkansas? That would be funny.
that would be funny. Yeah, that'd be the whole switcheroo. That'd be crazy. But well, man, we'll let you go. But thanks for calling in as always, and go Cats.
Absolutely, thank you. Go Cats.
Okay, Kate, what I miss over here while I was gone? I heard you laughing. Okay, we got Mike saying Clyde is Caden's mystery girl. not quite.
Yeah, I put that up there because I never thought I'd see those words.
Yeah, no, I definitely, definitely didn't think that. Hey, this mystery girl is a big, this is a big hit in the comments. Jeremy says,
there is breaking news. I do think she is legit, but I still not sure which one she was. That makes sense.
Jeremy says Caden needs to call her. We can all send in questions to ask her if she likes any of the crappy candy on the bad list. Hell no, she ain't the one. Yeah, that's true. If she liked the circus peanuts, Caden, then she's not the one.
Yeah, there's no way that would work if she likes circus peanuts.
No, definitely not. So you think she's legit?
I am pretty, unless I'm just like too gullible, I'm pretty confident she is legit. I still don't know. I still don't know. I can't put the name with the face. That's all I'm gonna say.
You can't put the name with the face. So are you thinking you could know which person this is? Like, you've seen her?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Well,
if I saw the picture, I think I would probably know.
Okay. Well, makes sense. We'll do a last call for calls here because we've been going about an hour here. 502-234-1504. If you have any more advice for Caden or any thoughts on Kentucky basketball, football, or Halloween candy, let us know. Claude says Caden has a lover.
Not quite.
Jeremy Kimball says, is it Jenny from the block? Yeah, it's been a hit. This is what you do when you lose to Vandy in Florida. You talk about the mystery girl in the park. That's what happens. But I'm
glad this happened to give us content for tonight. So
yeah,
absolutely. I'll have to thank her if she's actually real.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many faces are we guessing between?
Yeah, Pete says, how many faces are we guessing between?
There were a lot of people there.
Okay. We're assuming it's a woman. That narrows it down.
Maybe. I feel like mainly women go to this park. I mean, there's some guys like me, for example, but there's a lot of women there.
Yeah.
There's apartments right beside it. So I think a lot of them live at those apartments.
Is this the same park I went to you with?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That makes sense. Is why I thought Jeremy was on to it earlier when he mentioned the airplanes.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Have her co-host with Caden. Yeah, I don't know how that would go for sure. But yeah, well, it's an option that would make for good. As Jeremy said, if you want this podcast to go viral, you might want to do that. Last call for calls here, 502-234-1504. Jeremy's nailing it here, man. He knows the parks. That's for sure.
I don't know if there's a cemetery by it, Jeremy. We might be thinking of two different things.
It's all of a sudden.
Does Jeremy live in Bowling Green? Is that where is what he's saying?
He might. Yeah, I guess he might. What are you thinking? with post game show. I think Madeline asked earlier, are we going to be live after some of these Kentucky basketball games? We've done that in the past. We've done some sort of live, but really what we've done is more or less like rapid reactions. They've kind of been, we've called them TK's takes. So we're not directly copying Kentucky Sports Radio, but
we'll have to talk about it.
See,
I think we did some of them live, and it was like 20 minutes long or something. But every game, in my opinion, every game's a bit much. But maybe I don't know what there will be to say against Kentucky Wesleyan, but
I don't know. But
we'll see. We'll talk about it.
We'll keep you updated. Yeah, we'll definitely do post games after big games like the Duke game. We'll definitely do a post game after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
right.
Big game. To answer your question, Madeline, I think that's what we'll do. But
Jeremy's talking about. I know the park, Jeremy. It wasn't that park. I know the park you're talking about. That's the one with the basketball courts everyone plays at. No, it wasn't that one.
Oh, there you go. So, well, Jeremy with the WKU. Go Tops. Nice. Well, guys, hey, if this is your first time watching us, we really appreciate you checking us out. We would appreciate you following us on Facebook. And we're on everything. We upload all these. Of course, we do them live here, but we upload them on podcasts, on Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcast, all those. So we appreciate it if you go over there and give us a rating on those, preferably 5 stars. That would be great. Shoot us some stars. Leave us a review. That stuff really helps us out if you like us. We also have a merch store and a Patreon. You can find that stuff on our Facebook page. If you really like us and want to support us, that would be fantastic. You can head on over there. And we just ask that you share us with your friends. We're just trying to grow this show, and we're trying to get bigger and better and just do the thing. So, yeah. And you got to join our Facebook group, by the way. You got our Talkin Kentucky fans. If you haven't done that, you need to join that. Because what's that, Jeremy?
This is gonna become a reality show.
The next show needs to be a follow-up. Ask this BG Park out on girl out on a date. Well, it could be. I mean, I'm not.
That doesn't always go over well, Coleman.
Yeah.
In my experience.
No, it doesn't always. That's the tricky part.
That's the tricky part.
AFIO says, have you all done a season expectations record prediction? I can go watch. We have on some of our previous episodes. We've done that. But since the season starts tomorrow, Caden, why don't we go ahead and just give let's do this. How many losses you think this team will have in the regular season? Okay, let's do that first. Okay, how many losses do you think this team will have in the regular season? I'm going 7. I'm going to go 7 losses in the regular season. What it's going to be for me? What are you thinking?
I feel like we looked at this in depth last time, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but maybe I'm going to say max of 8. Best case scenario, 5. Yeah. So I don't think 5's going. I think it's going to be a little worse than that. So yeah, I'd say 7 or 8.
Between 5 and 8. So yeah,
5 and 8.
Okay,
but now 8 is the safe assumption, I think.
The next question is, what do we do in the SEC tournament? We get to the semifinal. Do we get to the final? Do we win it?
No, we're going to win some games in the SEC tournament.
We're going to win.
I mean, that's he said that. Yeah, he straight up said that. So he's got to deliver. So I'm gonna say finals in the SEC tournament.
Okay, finals in the
and
SEC.
And past that, who knows?
Yeah, I think we make it to the championship. It's been a while. Mark Pope said we're going to win. I don't know if we're going to win the tournament or not, but I think we will make the championship game in the SEC tournament. I absolutely think that. Jeremy, I see that question down there. We'll get to that in just a second for sure. Lastly, Caden, what seed are we going to get in the tournament? What seed do we get in the NCAA tournament?
Well, if we have 8 losses and then 1 loss in the conference tournament championship, it's 9 losses. And depending on our strength of schedule, 9 losses isn't awful with seeding, but I don't know, 6 or 7 seed.
I'm going to go 5. I think we're going to get a 5 seed. I can just see us having that 5-12 matchup. That's what BYU was last year, and he has a better team than BYU. I could also see us getting a 4, but I'm probably going to go a 5 seed. I think is what
I'll go with 6. What do you think? Which honestly kind of matches our ranking right now. What are we, 23 preseason?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I like our ranking. I think it's a good spot.
Okay, my last question for you: where do we get in the NCAA tournament?
Elite 8. Best case scenario, I think Elite 8. I think we'll make it to the second weekend, but I think 16 or Elite 8.
I think we definitely make the second weekend. Of course, I'm hopeful we win a national championship every year, but Madeline says Elite 8 too, and I'm gonna make it a triple header here. I'm gonna go Elite 8 as well. I just think that feels right to me. Yeah, and if we make an Elite 8, Caden, and we make it to the championship, the SEC tournament, it's going to be a successful first year for Mark Pope. We're going to say this was a successful hire, I think, or that this is working. I think is what we'll probably say.
Completely agree.
Okay. Now to Jeremy's question. Who do you think will have the better record, Arkansas or UK? I'm not saying this just to hate on Cal. UK. I don't even think it's a question. I think it's a joke that Arkansas is ranked 16th. Okay, I think there's a chance. I mean, they could be good, but I think
if anything, it should be flopped. Like us and them, our ranking should be flopped. I think if anything. So
we're flipped.
Yeah. Flop is what
That's what Tennessee does.
Tennessee, Louisville does. Sorry.
Yeah.
Misspoke.
But I could see Arkansas missing the tournament. Couldn't you? I mean, I legit could see a world where Arkansas misses the tournament. I don't think they will, but I could see it happening.
Yeah, I think they'll make it, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I think they'll make it.
Could definitely see him losing the first weekend with that coach. Yeah, Pete says I like the ranking because when they're ranked too high, they always blow it. Yeah, Drew Franklin, who's been on this show, talked about on KSR how he liked the fact that we're ranked lower so we can work our way up. He likes seeing that slow climb more than that rapid fall from the top, right? So, and I agree with that. Yeah. And Mike says, you want to talk about next year. There's a chance Mark Pope could get the #1 recruiting class for next year.
Because those 2 Kentucky guys are top 10, aren't they?
Yeah. With some of the guys, he's getting. I certainly think that's a possibility. Pete says I may be being unreal, but I got faith in Pope. Jeremy says if we make it further than Cal, that'll be like winning a title to me.
For a lot of people, if we just beat Arkansas, it's going to be like winning a title to them.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Please, let's not storm the court if we beat Arkansas. No, please don't storm the court.
Let me be very, very clear. We should not. We should never storm the court for anybody.
Not on Ruppert. No, at neither arena. Theirs or ours. Because we're supposed to win.
Well, no. Yeah, no, we should never. No, we should never storm the court under any.
It's like a sin for Kentucky basketball.
And this is why I have a problem with LSU stormed the field when they beat Ole Miss a couple weeks ago. Why? You're LSU. Tennessee stormed the field when they beat Alabama. I know it's Alabama, but if you want to be the high and mighty Tennessee, everybody says you are, don't storm the field and take the goalpost down act like you've been there before, Tennessee. I don't agree with that. Last week we talked about, or I think asked the question, if you could only pick one that you beat, Duke, Arkansas, or Louisville, which one would you choose? And we all definitively said Arkansas, and I think that makes perfect sense. I think that's totally right. But if I ask you a little bit harder question, Caden, if I had to tell you, would you take a national championship, or let's say you either win a national championship, or you do win the national championship, but you lose to Arkansas. You have to lose to Arkansas to win a national championship. Are you doing it?
I'll do it and not watch the game.
So, okay. Yeah.
I'll forget it happened.
Jeremy
says, yeah, you gotta pick the championship. You gotta pick number 9. But I'm not gonna like losing to Arkansas.
Jeremy says, who goes out first, Arkansas in the tournament or Big C and his mystery girl? I'm gonna go Arkansas in the tournament.
Coleman doesn't have any faith.
Pretty definitively. Mike Dowd says,
Coleman, have you ever has anyone ever written a number for you?
Nope.
So that explains the pessimism.
Yep. Nope. That's not happening.
Your mom was back there thinking it was fraud.
Yeah, it could be deceit. Yeah. Pete says, see that Tennessee player after the loss shoved that one fan like 10 feet. Yeah, should have been suspended or something. I did see that. Well, that's just Tennessee at its best. Pete, that's just Tennessee fans at their best. I agree with you there. But we'll do the last call. We'll do the last call for calls here before we get out of here. 502-234-1504. We got to get some more. Got to get some more calls up in here. Madeline's called before, I know. Don't be shy to call. We're cool guys and everything. We have our regulars like Josh and Clyde, and a few others like Jared on the post game show. But we need to get some more callers. We don't be shy. We're here. So we'll do last call for calls. 502-234-1504. Give us a shout. You can see, Caden, I've changed my background from Kroger Field to Rupp Arena. So that's how officially made the switch to basketball season.
That's what that means, yeah. Looking at our pictures and like all of our options that we have, the stuff we've uploaded in the past is pretty hilarious. Got like the Bucky's beaver in there and everything.
Me and Mitch Barnhart, me and Laura Rutledge. Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones in there for sure. But well, guys, hey, thanks for checking us out. As always, we really appreciate it. Show wouldn't be what it is without y'all. Like I said, go like us and follow us and all the things. That's going to help us grow. Tell your friends about us and share us. And we appreciate it. Come back next time. We're going to be live on Tuesday nights at 7:00 for the foreseeable future for our episodes. And then, occasionally for basketball and football, we do post-game shows as well. So just follow our page, and then you'll be up to date, and you'll know when we do all of those things. So, Caden, what's that name of this episode going to be? Are we doing talking the note? What are we thinking here?
Well, we don't want to lose the streak of talking, right?
No.
We're definitely talking. V note is pretty suspenseful. That's assuming talking digits.
Yeah, talking digits that's not bad. That's not bad.
Talking mystery girl. That's a good one.
That's intriguing. Yeah, that's some clickbait right there.
That will get some clicks. Listen, you want to do that?
I'll leave it up to you since this is your girl.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far yet. You gave it a 6% chance, so
what you think? Talking mystery girl? Talking digits? I'm leaving it up to you. I'm not making this decision.
If I ever tell her my name, she's gonna find this and immediately know.
Well, I mean, I would find it flattering. We did a whole podcast about this chick. We don't even know who she is. I mean, let's be honest. Talking candy and sweet notes. Nah. It's too nice. But what do you think?
Hey, there wasn't a note to it. It was just a number. Talking notes on Mark Pope's. Can I have her number?
that rolls right off the tongue. Talking notes and Mark Pope's gas.
Let's do it.
Can I have her have her number? So no, what are you going with, Caden? Again, I'm not making this decision. So
no, Jeremy, it's confirmed. It was not a dent. It's that part's confirmed. But okay. Let's just do talking notes. Talking note. Talking
note. Singular note. Okay.
Singular note.
Okay. Kind of like you, single. All right.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
All right.
Sometimes it's better that way.
It is.
I said most of the time.
Yeah, well, for Coleman Scott and for Caden Holmes, for Mystery Girl, for Mark Pope's gas, and for Halloween candy. This has been episode number 112 of Talkin Kentucky.
Got a scooter.
A scooter. Not a familiar scooter for you and her.
This is falling apart.
Oh my god. Okay, well. Thank you, folks.
That's the comment of the day if we had a sponsor.
That is the didDukeWin.com.
Sponsor of the day or comment of the day, yeah.
Comment of the day. So for Coleman Scott, for Caden Holmes, for Mystery Girl. Thank you, folks, very much. This has been Talkin Kentucky. We'll see you next time. Go Cats!